Let me explain to you. Imagine a day when India's skies are ruled not just by Sukhoi fighters or Rafales, but by a beast so massive, so powerful, that even superpowers tremble when it takes off. I'm talking about the Tu-160 White Swan, the heaviest and fastest supersonic bomber in the world. And there are multiple reports of Russia offering it to the Indians, and Indian Air Force is seriously evaluating it. And to lure India into the deal, Russia is planning to send Tu-160 into Aero India next year. What is the Tu-160? First, let's understand this monster. Nicknamed the White Swan by the NATO, the Tu-160 isn't just a bomber, it's a flying nuclear fortress. With a range of over 12,000 kilometers, it can strike anywhere from Beijing to Washington without refueling. It carries 40 tons of weapons from nuclear warheads to hypersonic cruise missiles. And here's the kicker. It flies at Mach 2, faster than most fighter jets trying to chase it down. In short, the Tu-160 isn't just a plane. It's an airborne weapon of mass deterrence. Why would India want it? So why would India want such a bomber? 3 words: reach, deterrence, dominance. With Tu-160, India could project power deep into the Indo-Pacific, even into Chinese territory, or across the Arabian Peninsula. It would complete India's nuclear triad: land, sea, and air-based nuclear delivery, putting India in the same league as the US and Russia. And in a conflict, Tu-160 flying with BrahMos or even future hypersonic missiles could dominate entire oceans, keeping rival navies far from Indian shores. Challenges of acquisition. But let's be real, operating the White Swan isn't child's play. The Tu-160 is huge. It needs specialized air bases, massive runways, and mid-air refueling support. Maintenance costs? Astronomical. Each bomber is said to cost over $250 million, not counting logistics. Alternatives for India. Some experts argue, instead of buying an aging giant like the Tu-160, India should invest in its own stealth bomber program, perhaps a scaled-up manned version of the Ghatak UCAV. Combine that with BrahMos and upcoming hypersonics, and India could create a truly indigenous strike platform that is stealthier, smarter, and more suited to 21st century warfare. So, what if India did acquire the Tu-160 White Swan? It would instantly transform India into a global bomber power capable of projecting fear across continents. But it would also drain resources, demand new infrastructure, and raise eyebrows worldwide. The real question is, should India chase this Russian giant or build its own stealth bird of prey? This is Let Me Explain to You. Subscribe now. And don't forget, every Sunday at 6 a.m., we break down the world's biggest geopolitical moves.